Today's team profile will feature the Punjab Kings, one of the biggest derps this league has to offer, a franchise that has practically failed at everything they have done and has not gotten a single thing right over the course of their tenure in the IPL. Even a name change and unnecessary rebranding could not get rid of this franchise's status as the emblem of incompetence within the Indian Premier League. The only things these fans hopelessly cling on to is that one finals appearance in 2014 and their semi-final berth in the Champions League. Other than their early years, this team has failed at practically everything they have done. Utilizing supreme talent, failures. Creating stability in captaincy and management, failures. Creating an aesthetically pleasing jersey, failures. Maintaining consistent play throughout the season with or without injuries, failures. I feel sorry for this franchise, almost as much as I feel sorry for the fans that have to pay for tickets to see them make fools of themselves every year for about a month and a half. 2022 just epitomized the fact that nothing and no one can save this team. I still struggle to fathom how the management sat down in their conference room, took a long hard look at the putrid 2021 season and said, I know what will help, how about we not retain our franchise guy, captain, and a man coming off his second straight 600 run plus season. That should surely get us winning. No, Punjab, all you did was dig a deeper hole for yourself, and you were left to see KL Rahul find even more success in Lucknow, going farther in one season than this team had ever taken him. Instead, you decided to invest in the team's future. And while this is somewhat justifiable, you can't say that letting go of Rahul in exchange for the underperforming squad you were left with was the right thing to do. One of the major factors in Punjab's glaring inconsistency was the no-show from several of its first choice picks. You know, the ones that they let go of KL Rahul for. Shahrukh Khan struggled to replicate his domestic form, and ultimately got axed after a best effort of only 26 despite the endless faith being shown in him. Arshdeep Singh had an okay season, but definitely not one that the Kings were expecting with his 4-crore retention. KL Rahul's replacement, Mayank Agarwal, fell short of quality captaincy for the side, and couldn't fill the shoes he was supposed to the effect that he was expected to. Even his overall value of play decreased as the Karnataka batsman struggled with form, posting a measly season average of 16.33. By the time the valuable discovery of Jonny Bairstow was made, it was too little too late for the franchise to constitute a huge uptick in their season. The bowling also struggled, as big names in Odean Smith were quickly barred from the team after weak performances early on. The Kings would adopt a high-risk, high-reward strategy, which did work on some occasions, such as the 206-run chase versus RCB, but their entire innings could not be sustained solely by big hitting. And honestly, their only major big hitting came in the form of an informed Liam Livingstone and a rampant Jonny Bairstow. In the second half of the season, they tried to be aggressively smart, paying more respect to the situation and the conditions. The only thing missing from this aggressively smart approach? The smart part. It worked in a couple of games, but largely they failed to click as a team. There was neither equilibrium nor a consistent basis to both innings. What the Kings failed to realize is that an IPL game is 40 overs long. They only ended up playing around 30 to 35 overs a game. Their batters had a great outing, the bowlers didn't, and when the bowlers did, the batters didn't. As a result, they could never win 2 back-to-back games, much less put any of their hopes on the playoffs. And so they attained probably the derpiest standing in the league, 6th place. Enough to give their fans some semblance of hope, but not enough to actually provide a good season, injecting the knife in and out of the hearts of every person from Chandigarh to Mohali. So do I think they can win the tournament this year? No. The team is in shambles, especially with the loss of Mayank Agarwal at the hands of SRH in the auction. The change in captaincy will see Shikhar Dhawan take over the reins, and while he does have potential, last time he captained a side in the IPL it didn't turn out so great. In addition to this, the Kings decided to use up pretty much all of their cap space on one man in the form of talented English youngster Sam Curran. Am I just a bitter CSK fan? Absolutely. But the point still stands for the fact that Sam Curran is not worth that much money, and many of the players that had completely underperformed last year are set for a return in this year's edition of the tournament. That being said, there are some points of positive note. They pulled off one of the biggest auction heists in recent memory, getting the talented Zimbabwe all-rounder Sikandar Raza for just 50 lakhs, and swinging Australian bowler Nathan Ellis over for a sum that disrespects his talent. I think the Kings just failed to realize that bringing in a bunch of international players can only go so far in the way that they now have a bunch of international players and are only allowed to use 4. But if I had a penny for every time this team made a bonehead management move, I could probably purchase a nice retirement property for myself. There's some nice talent in the team, and players like Jitesh Sharma, who had a great season last year, as well as the informed Liam Livingstone and other previously mentioned marquee starters, will probably give this team the push they need. But we think that every year and end up getting heartbroken. If this team can play as consistently as possible, maybe they have a chance to find an eliminator spot, but this conversation is not worth having a 7th time, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Picking the Kings' starting 11 was probably the most seamless process of my life, after of course writing the intro to this video. For the openers, I'm going with Shikhar Dhawan and Johnny Bairstow, both of whom have proven themselves to be beasts of white ball cricket over the course of their careers. At number 3 comes Raj Bawa, one of the most sought after young Indian players who is breaking records in the U19 level. The incredibly destructive Liam Livingstone is my pick for number 4, and wicketkeeper batsman Jitesh Sharma rides off his good outing in 2022 to come in at number 5. Harpreet Brar is in at number 6, a player that can be of great use when in form, and Shah Rukh Khan gets a chance at number 7 in a do-or-die season where he pretty much has to produce results. Sam Curran is my pick for number 8, considering his incredible all-round talent and price tag. Kakisa Rabada obviously fields his place in the team as a brute pace bowler at number 9, and Rahul Chahar, while not coming off a great year, is still worthy of a start in my opinion. And finally, it'll be longtime Punjab Kings bowler Arshdeep Singh who gets his place in at number 11. So that's it for the Punjab Kings. Consider watching the other team profiles if you're like me and need cricket in some way or form while waiting for IPL 2023 to start. Follow the Instagram, subscribe if you think I've earned it, and have a good day.